Chapter 8, Infant and Toddler Language and Literacy. This chapter examines language and literacy development in infancy and toddlerhood. Babies use language at a surprisingly early age, and they can understand words and phrases before adults are even aware they can. They display an impressive rapport of verbalization to convey needs and express ideas. Sometimes these language behaviors are not easy for some adults to recognize and interpret. Receptive and productive forms of infant communication are described. Important terms related to early language development are defined. These include cooing, babbling, expressive jargon, first words, telegraphic speech, syntax, and others. The important role of adult scaffolding is discussed, and examples are provided. Finally, infant and toddlers with multicultural and developmental differences are described, and developmentally appropriate classroom adaptations are presented. Infants and toddlers with special needs are described, and information on resource and referral for intervention is provided. This chapter also includes 7 critical concepts. Critical concept number 1. Infants begin to understand language long before they can talk. At birth, they can distinguish speech from other kinds of sounds and recognize the voices of significant adults. In the second half of the first year, they are able to understand words and phrases. Critical concept number 2. Early in life, babies communicate through crying, noise-making, smiling, gesturing, and pointing. Critical concept number 3. Near age 1, babies can speak words. Vocabulary grows exceedingly quickly during the first 2 years of life. The first words babies learn are often names of things that they can act upon, such as ball, or words they have social meaning, such as bye-bye. Critical concept number 4. Bilingual children learn words in 2 different languages and combine these into one large mental dictionary. Sometimes they become confused about which language to speak at which time, and sometimes they combine words from the 2 languages into a single utterance. Critical concept number 5. 2-word utterances are constructed in toddlerhood. At this point, children must learn early rules of word order. They can accurately place the agent before the action, as in daddy throw rather than throw daddy. Infants who are bilingual have a harder time learning word order rules because they often must acquire 2 very different sets of language rules. Critical concept number 6. Infants and toddlers who are read to will acquire early literacy abilities and dispositions. They learn to handle books or turn pages and discover that reading is interesting and worthwhile. They come to understand that stories are read with a certain pacing and intonation. And lastly, critical concept number 7. Challenging conditions can cause language delays that may be identified in infancy. Down syndrome, hearing impairment, and general language delays are examples.